If you really want to make an impact, consider the unborn. Peter Ojo. To tell the truth is very difficult, and young people are rarely capable of it. The best reaction to a paradox is to invent a genuinely new and deep idea. Don't reject something just because it seems strange. It's comfort that will kill you in the end. I just hope I remember to tell my kids that they are as happy as I look in my old photographs. And I hope that they believe me. Perhaps the rare and simple pleasure of being seen for what one is compensates for the misery of being it. I've never had anyone's approval, so I've learned to live without it. No matter how smart we may think we are, no matter how committed we are to our truth, we can lose our way. Religious structure often dilutes the spiritual experience. A single death is a tragedy, a million deaths is a statistic. Create a vision for the life you really want, and then work relentlessly towards making it a reality. The cost of oblivious daydreaming was always this moment of return, the realignment with what had been before and now seemed a little worse. Success always hugs you in private, but failure slaps you in the public. Never complain, never explain. Resist the temptation to defend yourself or make excuses. Yesterday is not ours to recover, but tomorrow is ours to win or lose. Life is best lived one day at a time when enriched with reflection and human connection on a deeper level. Friendship happens when the distance between the hearts tends to zero. But if a villain can be made, then they can be unmade. Realize deeply that the present moment is all you will ever have. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. They don't actually want you to do your own thing, not unless it's their thing too. Sometimes I can hear my bones straining under the weight of all the lives I'm not living. Building a successful life requires effort. The more effort you put into what you do, the more result you would see. We hunt the flame, the light in the darkness, the good this world deserves. If you want to tell the world who you are, then the world must first show what you do. You are art. You are a masterpiece. Treat yourself as such. Never give up. Things that you keep dreaming about will happen one day. The sky is always open. You can fly anytime you like. Just make sure there is enough fuel within you and your wings are intact. There is no greatness where there is not simplicity, goodness, and truth. It is difficult to make the right choice if you fear choosing wrongly. Never respond to an angry person with a fiery comeback, even if he deserves it. Don't allow his anger to become your anger. Each sunrise brings a new day filled with new hopes for a new beginning. If you're not failing every now and again, it's a sign you're not doing anything very innovative. Difficulties increase the nearer we get to the goal. Life is to be lived, not controlled, and humanity is won by continuing to play in face of certain defeat. Reputation is what other people know about you. Honor is what you know about yourself. The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. Oh, don't cry. I'm so sorry I cheated so much, but that's the way things are. The truth is that judgment and fear will never stop, but they don't actually do anything. Stop giving meaningless praise and start giving meaningful action. We are more severe judges of our own acts. We judge our thoughts, our intents, our secret curses, our secret hates, not only our acts. All sins are forgiven once you start making a lot of money. Never let doubt guide your life's compass, as shadows fade once hope is found. Keep the fight in your veins, honey. Never let it fade. Success isn't a result of spontaneous combustion. You must set yourself on fire. Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. There are people who have money and people who are rich. The only way to fail is to stop trying. Continue to move forward and expand as you see how your perseverance yields amazing results. Sisters in battle, I am shield and blade to you. As I breathe, your enemies will know no sanctuary. While I live, your cause is mine. I have two enemies in all the world, two twins, inseparably fused, the hunger of the hungry and the fullness of the full. Trees that are slow to grow bear the best fruit. No persons are more frequently wrong than those who will not admit they are wrong. I have been swimming inward and no longer drowning. I have been seeking the answers within myself. And that's when I realized the thing about the truth. It always comes out, no matter what you do. You can measure the size of a person by what makes him or her angry. Convictions are more dangerous foes of truth than lies. Whatever you believe with feeling becomes your reality. The heart's memory eliminates the bad and magnifies the good. But all I could think of was how when nothing made sense and hadn't for ages, you just have to grab onto anything you feel sure of. If you wake up tired, you've been chasing dreams. If you go to bed tired, you're making your dreams happen. Focus on making yourself better, not on thinking that you're better. After all, if you run far enough, no one can catch you. The only true failure is allowing fear of failure to prevent you from acting and pursuing your dreams. The best way to find out if you can trust somebody is to trust them. Never hold tightly onto the past because it will only limit your ability to move forward. Still, anyone who trusts a serpent deserves its bite. The wise see a creature for what it is, not what it says it may be. Fallon affected my body in weird ways, but only because she's different, I told myself. May your feet ever walk in the light of two suns, and may the moon shadow never fall on you. Errors do not cease to be errors simply because they're ratified into law. We have all been through something. It's how you create something out of it that matters. Ethical veganism represents a commitment to nonviolence. I ought to go upright and vital and speak the rude truth in all ways. Sometimes, the things and questions that make us angry are true in nature, or we know they are, deep down in our heart. Most people gaze neither into the past nor the future. They explore neither truth nor lies. They gaze at the television. One of the greatest journeys in life is overcoming insecurity and learning to truly not give a shit. Don't have hope that the situation will be better. Have hope that your savior will be nearer. It's not enough to be nice in life. You've got to have nerve. One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star. At times, even a 90% compatibility rate ends in a breakup. Because if you found meaning in your life, you don't want to go back. You want to go forward. Day after day, we stuck, nor breath nor motion, as idle as a painted ship upon a painted ocean. A fish that is afraid of drowning in a river is ignorant of its gifts. A serious and good philosophical work could be written consisting entirely of jokes. The public have an insatiable curiosity to know everything, except what is worth knowing. Only he who attempts the absurd is capable of achieving the impossible. Men will not accept truth at the hands of their enemies, and truth is seldom offered to them by their friends. I enjoy growing older and wiser and learning from my mistakes every single day. Dance through life flinging kindness like shimmering rainbows. Find your bliss by sharing your heart. It was not the feeling of completeness I so needed, but the feeling of not being empty. The deeds you do may be the only sermon some persons will hear today. Sorrow looks back. Worry looks around. Faith looks up. Faith is not like a raincoat, only to be worn on drizzly days. Watching my back is the perfect opportunity to stick a knife in it. The cause of most of man's unhappiness is sacrificing what he wants most for what he wants now. You must learn from your past mistakes, but not lean on your past successes. A hero is no braver than an ordinary man, but he is brave 5 minutes longer. Every time you spend money, you're casting a vote for the kind of world you want. There is no standard normal. Normal is subjective. There are 7 billion versions of normal on this planet. Man starts over again every day, in spite of all he knows, against all he knows. What we achieve inwardly will change outer reality.